Hey family, I know it's been a while. Uh, it's been a long time actually, but this was on my mind. It was on my heart, so I had to do it. When I was in my early 20s, I'll be 35 next month. But I was in my early 20s when I found out about Black Wall Street for the first time. I was pissed off because I wasn't taught about it in school, and nobody ever really talked about it. I don't know if there weren't, too many people. I don't know if there were too many people who knew about it, or they just deliberately didn't speak about it. They didn't teach us about it, And I went to a school that was I went to a high school that had a African American Studies course. It was I'm not gonna say man, but it was taught by a lady named Miss Henderson. Great teacher, excellent communicator. But we never talked about it in class. And even when I went to college, I didn't stay there for too long. But the time I was there, I had to take a history class my first semester, and I didn't find out about it then either. I was never taught about it. I was never told about it. It was just something that kind of just stayed in the shadows. But when I started doing the research myself, and I started to get deep off into Black history myself, all of a sudden this thing called Black Wall Street pops up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Never heard of it. So I started reading, found out more about it. And I found out what the U.S. government, along with the Ku Klux Klan, did to dismantle it. It started off in 1906 with a brother named O.C. Gurley. He moved to Greenwood, which is a district in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He moved there from Arkansas. And he was a wealthy brother. So when he got to Greenwood, he purchased 40 acres of land. And he made sure that the only people he let purchase land there were Black. Nobody else could. He made sure that he sold his land to only Black people after he purchased those 40 acres. And you had other Black men come into the, area, the Greenwood area, Greenwood district. And they started to build businesses on these 40 acres. And in a short period of time, they had built schools. They built Black-owned banks. They built hotels. It was a thriving economy in a very short period of time. All Black. And the thing you get from it, the message you get from it when you read it, when you read up on Black Wall Street and you educate yourself, what you get from it is, when we're left alone by all people, whether they be white, Hispanic, Native American, all them motherfuckers, if they leave us alone, we'll do just fine. We don't need to live around them. We don't need to be around them. We don't need to do any of that. If we're left alone, we will thrive on our own. Unfortunately, you have a lot of Black people, they're integrationists. They want to be around these other people. They don't want to be around Black people. They want to be around other people because they've been brainwashed to believe that their skin, their people aren't worth anything. They've been sold by society, been beat down by society, have been broken by society to believe that Black people ain't shit. Therefore, they're integrationists. Man, in the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Black students at these Black schools wore suits and ties, man. The young girls wore dresses because they wanted to not only be the part, but look it as well. That's how we did things. There was a certain class to the way we did things. That class, as you see in 2020, is gone. There is none. Within our community, class is frowned upon. And it's because you let these other people tell you that you ain't about shit. You let them brainwash you to believe what you doing all that for. Now, look at where we are. Let me tell you one more thing about Black Wall Street before I let this video go. The average sharecropper could come to Black Wall Street not even 60 years removed from slavery. The average sharecropper could come to Black Wall Street, Greenwood District of Tulsa, Oklahoma, get a good paying job, and provide for his family. The average employee, not owner, not founder, not CEO, the average employee who worked in the Greenwood District of Tulsa, Oklahoma, made more now. They made more back then than the minimum wage is right now. Think about that. What the minimum wage is right now, brothers were coming off of the plantation making more than what the minimum wage is right now back in the early 1900s. Think about that. But I'll begin with y'all soon, family. Peace.